is great to have you with us for Saints Tonight here on CST alongside our Hall of Famer Deuce McAllister, my Super Bowl champ Scott Shanley. I'm Victor Howell. Our Saints insider Mike Neighbors will join us shortly. He has reaction from a victorious Saints locker room after their big, impressive win today over the Carolina Panthers. Eric Ritchie will also join us later, and he will take you behind enemy lines. Scott, we talked about this morning on Saints Game Day. Jekyll and Hyde. Which Carolina Panther team would we see? We've talked about the big mystery behind this team. How are they where they are? Yet they entered today's game right on the heels of the Saints. Maybe we saw about a quarter of the good Carolina Panthers, and then we kind of saw what we've been thinking about the Panthers. How in the world did they get to this point?
Yeah, I think the one thing about this Carolina Panthers team is the Saints didn't give them anything to run away with today, and they didn't turn the ball over enough to allow the Carolina Panthers to get those pick sixes or return fumbles to score touchdowns or return punts for touchdowns. That's how the Carolina Panthers have been winning games. So I think the more you looked at this game as it went along, the score probably didn't even indicate just how dominant the Saints were today. I think the Saints were clearly the better team today. I think, in my opinion, they've been clearly the better team all season, but somehow, some way, the Panthers have found ways to win games every single week.
Deuce, part of what we talked about this morning was that maybe last week's loss in L.A. may have said more about what the Rams are like than what the Saints were. There were some areas of concern, but you called the game last week in L.A., and then, of course, today on the radio network. Your biggest difference from what you saw a week ago in L.A., maybe the biggest adjustment, and then to what the Saints did today against the Panthers.
Well, having one player back, having King Crawley back, I thought definitely helped. And, another player that didn't have as rust was Kenny Vaccaro. Kenny Vaccaro looked rusty last week. This game, a different player. And then maybe the offense, the style of offense that Carolina ran kind of helped them as well. I mean, but they didn't have the mistakes. They didn't get beat with the hidden yardage like they did last week, and they didn't hurt themselves as much with penalties. Now, it's probably still a few too many, but overall, it was pretty much a clean game outside of some small things.
So we have some highlights, plenty of highlights to show you, and also for the first time, and I can't remember how long, there's a quarterback that got more attention from Drew Brees on the Saints roster. And we'll explain that coming up. But in a moment, let's take you out to the Superdome. It was jam-packed, and it was electric inside the dome, just as you thought it would be, with the Saints having the opportunity to sweep the Carolina Panthers and put 2 in their back pocket as we start this season-end blitz through the NFC South. Game gets started. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. It's good for 22 yards. That was a third down conversion, by the way. 2nd and 8 from the Panther 28, and Brees to Kamara, who picks it up and just easily gets 10 yards and another first down. 1st and 10 now from the 28, and it's Kamara again. Brees back to pass, steps up, finds Kamara on the left side. One move right there. Skips the defender, gets it down inside the 10-yard line. Sean Payton, after 3 downs, can't convert it, calls in the play on 4th down. Let's go for it. 4th and 2. And it's Kamara on the pitch. And watch how he bulldogs his way into the end zone. Deuce, he took a big hit at the line, but how about that strength of making his way into the end zone as we take another look at it?
Yeah, he showed some power here, and, this is one thing when you look at him, it doesn't look like that he has this type of ability, but, I mean, to basically be able to fight off of 3 tackles and still score, that's a pretty good job. And Hooman does an outstanding job just to be able to get in front and get enough of that cornerback to give him the corner.
And 54 comes over and just tries to barrel him over instead of tackling, and Kamara does the rest. 11 plays, 70 yards, and the Saints have a 7-0 lead. But here comes Carolina, and this was good Carolina early. Cam Newton to Russell Shepard. That's good for 19 yards and a first down. 2nd and 8 from the Saints 44, and it's Newton to Ed Dixon. Dixon takes it 12 yards, another first down. 3rd and 3 now from the 25, and Newton's going to Kalen Clay. This is good for 13 yards across the middle. What we don't see here is a personal foul on John Hughes for roughing the passer. So Carolina now has it inside the 5, and on 2nd and goal from the 2, it's Jonathan Stewart. He gets it in from 2 yards out. It's a 10-play, 75-yard drive that took just over 5 minutes. A lucky Carolina Panther fan gets the moment of his day getting the football. The Saints had the ball for just 6 seconds more. A very even first quarter. We're tied at 7 after 1. We move to the second quarter. We pick it up with the Saints. And we saw the big run 1 week ago from Kamara. How about Angry Mark? Love Angry Mark. Absolutely love Angry Mark. And Deuce, you've talked about him trusting his instincts and them always bouncing it out. Is this what you're talking about when he darts right up the middle?
Yeah, this is back on back right here, and this is his exact line. Does an outstanding job of being able to lead up. And then one player that you have to give a lot of credit to right there is Brandon Coleman. He takes out that safety, and then he comes around and gets that corner. But Mark does an outstanding job of, and here, just running power play, getting in the end zone.
Yeah, he caps it off. It's a 3-play, 84-yard drive, thanks to that big 72-yard drive, his longest run of the season, and one of the top runs in his career. It's 14-7 Saints. Took him a minute 36. And how about this? 4th and 4. And Michael Pilardi just flat out drops this punt. Put the pressure on him. Oh, where'd the pressure come from? That's the quarterback we're talking about. It's Taysom Hill. Scott, you know, you always mention it. You never know when your number's going to get called or your name's going to get called.
Hey.
But, boy, did he make the most of his day today, huh?
Hey, Deuce knows the more you can do in this league, the longer you can stay around. Hey, if you can play special teams as the third quarterback, you can make a career.
We'll talk more about number 7 in a moment, but he helped with that pressure, and the Saints get the ball. 3rd and 5 from the 26. Tommy Lee Lewis just for 2 yards. But Julius Peppers, who afterwards called this, well, he called it something we can't tell you on late night TV, but we're getting close. It was just that bad. He said it was his momentum that just took him out of bounds and kept the play going, but he gets called for a personal foul. So on a 3rd and 5 completion that went for 2, the Saints take the yardage. They get the first down. The drive stays alive. And on 3rd and 8, Breeze looks the defenders one way, finds Michael Thomas in the end zone. It's a 6-play, 31-yard drive, and the Saints are up 21-7. New Orleans gets the ball back, about ready to put this thing away. 2nd and 4 from the 34, Breeze to Josh Hill. It's good for 11, but we have a problem. At about 10.5, he loses the ball. Luke Kuechly, take another look as he tries to make a move, and you see the punch out right there. The right arm by Adams just literally knocks it out of his hands. Kuechly is there to jump on it. We talked about that this morning as turnovers being a key, and Carolina makes them pay. Is this just broken coverage because Christian McCaffrey's all alone?
Yeah, that's a check that they've got to be able to work, and I don't know if the linebacker was going to pick him up or they were supposed to pass it off, but yeah, it was just a busted coverage.
New Orleans had almost double the yards of Carolina in the quarter, but they have a 7-point lead as we go to the break, 21-14. 3rd quarter, we pick it up with the Panthers. 3rd and 2 at their own 27. Now, there's some movement on the line, but the offense just points. And my understanding is you have to then move, correct, to make it like an offsides on the defense. They stand up and point. Nothing happens, and instead, it's a 13-yard sack by A.J. Klein on Cam Newton.
Yeah, and actually the ref missed the tight end. The tight end actually moves, but you can't see him, and the ref doesn't throw the flag. And instead of pointing, if they just take one step, it's a flag on the Saints because they're caught in the neutral zone.
Correct, but instead, it's a big sack for Klein. Carolina can't do anything with it. Saints get the ball back. 3rd and 7 at the 36, and Breeze to Ingram, and look at him fight for his first down. He got a little help and a big push there at the end, but Ingram works his way to the first down to keep the drive alive. 3rd and 5 now. That was a 3rd and 7. This is a 3rd and 5, and that's Willie Snead. 26 yards for Snead. He gets it down just outside the 25-yard line. 2nd and 4 for the Saints. They're at the 20. Oh, here comes that young man again. Look at the cutback. Bounces off a tackle, forget about it. Kamara's in the end zone, 20 yards on the touchdown. 8 plays, 67 yards, and a front row seat to celebrate with the Who Dat Nation. 5:04 off the clock, and it's 28-14. Saints in control. They get the ball back after Carolina fails to do anything. 1st and 10 from the 35, and there goes Kamara again. Boy, he just continues to impress each and every week. 17 yards on that game. 3rd and 6 from the Panther 44. Ted Ginn Jr. gets into the highlight reel. 21 yards from Breeze right across the middle. He's down at the 23. Eventually, though, the drive stalls, so Will Lutz comes on from 38 yards. Left hash, problem. Pushes it to the right. Kamara, though, in that quarter had 34 yards rushing. Carolina, as a team, had 12. The Saints are still holding on to a 2-touchdown lead. As we head to the 4th, does Carolina have anything left in the tank? On 4th and 6 from the Saints 12. Cam Newton back to pass, finds Funches for 5 yards. Ken Crowley, look at the fight by Crowley. You heard Deuce just talk about him being back. Look at the strength that he gets to knock him short. And Deuce on the radio called this from the time he went out of bounds, saying it wasn't even close. He was on the other side of the stadium, and he knew that call. They come up short, Saints get the ball, but they don't do anything after a 3 and out. Morstead gets the punt. Chris Banjo singing some sweet music, forces the fumble. How about this special teams play, Scott?
Nice punch out. The kid tried to make a redirect, tried to jump back, and it was good hustle on the backside, way to punch the ball out. Big play in the game.
Sure was. Great wraparound to punch that ball loose. Saints get the ball back. 2nd and 11 at the Panther 48. Breeze, left side to Thomas, right from behind Breeze. You can see what he was looking at. Good for 32 yards and a big first down. 4th and 7, the drive does stall up. We're back to the left hash mark again. And whatever Sean Payton said to give him some confidence worked. This time it's good from 31 yards out for Will Lutz. 6 plays that took 34 yards and 3 points on the board. It's 31-14. 2nd and 2 from the Panther 44. Cam Newton's going to try to take this thing over. Drops back to pass, pumps, tucks, and there he goes. Scott talked about this morning, how he can be one of the more dangerous quarterbacks because of this ability. When it's all said and done, it's 32 yards, and he's down at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 10 now, and Newton to Funches again. This time it's all the yardage. Great catch, and then gets into the end zone. It's 31-21. hold on. Here comes Carolina with time still on the clock. Onside kick. Fakes it right, comes left. Look at the little squib. And look at Funches on the ground and flips the ball in the air to the Panthers. But you see Sean Payton and company, everybody's pointing, and here's why. His shoulder clearly in the white when he kicks the ball out. Sean Payton now happy. Good call. Carolina touched it out of bounds. It's Saints ball. Trying to run out the clock. 3rd and 10. Yep, 22 yards for Kamara. A simple little screenplay. And once again, he hurdles a player. Takes it down for 22, lands on his head. He would be okay. Take another look at the athleticism. We saw this a week ago in L.A. This time he doesn't completely clear the hurdle. But, Deuce, that's why you always talk about you don't like seeing this. I don't like the jumping because, I mean, you can't control it. You can't control yourself. He's young, but, you know, you can't control when you go up in the air and you're airborne. You want to obviously protect the football, but coming down, there's no control over it. Thankfully, he was okay. You saw the smile, a bit of a bloody lip, but that's it and that's all. And the Saints get the win. Kamara has 126 total yards of offense. Mark Ingram, also north of 120 yards. For Kamara, 6 straight games with a touchdown. He's the first rookie ever in Saints history to do that. Now the Saints own the tiebreaker over Carolina with the season sweep. They're back in sole possession of first place, clinching their first winning season since 2013, sitting at 9-3 after a 31-21 win.
Overall, all 3 phases played well. I thought we had some big plays from the kicking game that were significant. Defensively, we did a real good job, 3rd down especially after that first series. Then offensively, I thought we did a better job on 3rd down in the second half than the first. But we ran the ball well again against, I think, a real good run front and good team.
That was huge, man. We knew we had to get this one, but we definitely know we got this one coming up, so we got to rest and make sure we prepare the right way and be ready for this Thursday night game, because that's also huge.
We knew how big this game was going to be. We handled it. You know, now we got to go into another week, prepare, and go play another game.
Short week indeed for the Saints as they now head to Atlanta for the Thursday night game. We've been talking about this little portion of the schedule here, but certainly a very impressive win. And let's focus, first of all, as we look back on the game and some of the specific points. And, Deuce, let's go to the running game. You've talked about Mark Ingram trusting himself, not always having to try to bounce it. You saw that burst of speed. But once again, 2 running backs. And the national broadcast on Fox, Joe Buck and Torrey Aikman talked about this. Aikman specifically. The Saints are known for piling up yards. It's usually through the air. Right. Now, oh, by the way, your fallback, and we've talked about this, it's nice to have a fallback in quarterback Drew Brees because of what they're doing here. The 2 combined for 248 total yards from the scrimmage and 3 touchdowns. We saw Kamara's explosiveness, and then there's nothing better than this 72-yarder when Mark took it right up the middle. Well, I tell you, Mark can run with a lot of power, and so when he's in the game, you're gonna get Slash, you're gonna get Bob, but his ability to be able to break those long runs, and now you bring in Kamara, who can work out of the backfield. He's gonna get a lot of option routes. That is hard on defenders. I mean, because at all times, yes, you got to know who's in the game. But when both of those guys can make explosive plays like that, that puts a ton of pressure on any defense. There you see Kamara from the backfield. This is the one when he bounced it to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, and he took it in for that 20-yard touchdown, his 2nd of the game. Scott Deuce just talked about it, but give us your perspective from the defensive side, because we've all enjoyed watching Kamara develop here in his rookie year. We talked about how Tennessee, as a college, wasn't ready for these guys to go to the NFL, and they certainly weren't ready to replace Alvin Kamara, and I'm not sure any of us expected what he's given us. But what Deuce just referenced, give us from your perspective, the defensive side, that you have a power guy like Mark Ingram running at you, but now you've got Kamara, who has shown power, but he's also shown elusiveness like we haven't seen in quite a while in the backfield. Yeah, I think that we talked about on this morning's show, the one thing that's impressed me the most about Kamara is his ability to run normal running back plays, run in between the tackles. The power he exhibits, he shows he can run the route tree out of the backfield. He can do all those things against linebackers, and it makes life tough for them. But their ability to run whatever they want to run, no matter who's in the backfield. I know Mark has strengths, Alvin has different strengths, but at times it seems like once this offense gets rolling, it doesn't matter who's lined up at running back. They can do whatever they want. They can run the same plays, and that's what makes it difficult. Playing defense, usually you get a beat on who's in the game. Oh, we can forget about these plays because they're not going to run those things. With these 2 guys on the field, they're running everything, no matter who's in the game. And you're nodding your head, and I know it gives a nice balance for what we see, because it allows Drew to do a lot of things, but not have to always go for the. We saw a 32-yard today, a couple in the 20s, but it's a nice nicer balance, a more efficient balance.
Well, here's what you get. You get a zebra package, and zebra is 3 receivers. You get, 1 tight end, and you get a tailback. Well, normally that's a passing formation. That's when Alvin Kamara would normally come in the game. But they have the ability to put Mark in that same package and just run regular offense. They go 13. 13 is 3 tight ends with a fullback and, no fullback and just a tailback. Well, they can put Alvin Kamara in there, and those are heavy formations. Normally the defense is going to go to a 4-3, some type of look like that. So that's a run personnel. But if he's able to go in motion, he's matched up on a linebacker. You normally want to put a safety on him. And so when they can dictate formations like that, then defense have to declare, hey, look, how do we want to play this guy? Because like Scott said, they're running their basic offense.
So you're basically keeping defenses guessing because you're flipping the script. They're expecting one thing, but you're giving them the other because of the versatility of the screen or the run.
Well, either or, but it's the balance that you can run offensively as far as what I have to run or what I can run.
We're going to talk to Saints quarterback Drew Brees, as we always do, a little later. But if you were watching the national broadcast, you saw that another Saints quarterback certainly got a lot of national love. And they were saying, when they were prepping for the game, that Sean Payton could not stop gloating about this young man. And the one we're talking about, awesome Taysom. Yes, Taysom Hill, number 7, a quarterback who was given the opportunity on special teams. And their big focus today, for a lot who didn't know, talk about his speed, his 4.4 speed and his size, and we saw it come to light with the pressure on this punt and then later on a special teams tackle, and he looked like he just won the trophy the way he celebrated.
Well, for him, this is his first game up, and we're wondering, okay, they have to have some type of trick play in for him, to be up. But then he lines up on the initial kickoff, and, I mean, he's having fun. And Scott talked about it earlier. The more you can do, yes, they can get him in the offseason and help him develop and hone his skills as a quarterback. But he can help right now on special teams. And I think he had 2 tackles. I think he had 2 tackles, 1 pressure on the punt there that we showed. But his ability to be able to affect and make a difference on special teams was huge for today.
The funny thing on that replay, too, you saw Sean Payton at the end with that big old grin. If you wanted to put yourself in Sean's mind, it almost looked like he was smiling like, I told you. Yeah. He told somebody this guy's going to do something for us. You call him up, and sure enough, he produced today. And his enthusiasm seemed to be very contagious.
No, the entire team was going crazy because it was fun about the third-team quarterback. Usually those guys don't even get a whole lot of scout team reps because it's the second-team quarterback. So this guy, he's playing probably some receiver in practice, doing all sorts of different things. And now he got his time to shine today, and he made the most of it. He had an outstanding game. But I'll tell you what, I'm sitting there looking at him making these plays, and I'm thinking, there's a lot of backup quarterbacks around the league, either jealous or nervous, because they're looking at their 40 times like, I hope Coach doesn't try this with me.
Well, he certainly had a big enough day to earn an opportunity to speak with our Saints insider, Mike Neighbors, who got his reaction after the game.
I was excited. I didn't really know what to expect. Went down there. They put me in a great position, special team coaches, and it's funny. I was kind of getting joked on during the week because I was going through tackling drills with some of our defensive coaches because I've never tackled before. But I had a good time. It was fun.
Did you exceed your expectations in this game?
I felt like there wasn't a ton of pressure on me. I don't think that there was a ton of expectation for me to go in and do something crazy. And so my mindset was just go and have fun. I didn't feel like I had anything to lose. So I had expectations and plans to go in and make plays.
Sean Payton said he's never had a quarterback play special teams. Just talk about maybe a milestone for him and for you. Did you ever think you'd play like this in the NFL in this way?
No, I did not. I always thought, and coming into the draft this year, I was planning to be a quarterback, and that's when I got here. That was the expectation. But again, whatever I can do to help the team win, and in the NFL, you only get so many roster spots. So the more you can do in the NFL, the longer you stick around, and that's my mindset.
Finally, what aspect of your game were you most surprised by today? Your tackling, your speed? I mean, just talk. Anything surprise you at all out there?
I would say, tackling, but I go back. I played football my entire life, and so you get on the field and you just play. And so I was excited to be in the situations that I was, and excited to have the opportunities, and then to make the plays when I had the opportunities. I was really excited about.
At what point you're looking at maybe the most versatile New Orleans Saint quarterback / special team star, Taysom Hill? Back to you guys.
Mike, thanks so much. The cam clock was in effect. You had time to get a cup of coffee. Heck, you had time to leave Poitras, go down to Airline or the Port, get something to eat, and come back before Cam finally walked into the room. Eric Ritchie will share his story behind enemy lines, and we will take you to Atlanta, the Saints' next opponent in that same arena, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome back as we take a look at the numbers behind the final score, with the Saints getting back on the win streak after a loss a week ago in L.A., 31-21 over the Carolina Panthers. They get the season sweep, the first time they've done that over the Panthers since 2011. And Scott, I guess the total yards kind of shows you. We talked about the emphasis of the X factor being Cam Newton. When he's on, he can be outstanding. He was on for portions, but not enough, and the Saints were able to control him.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's impressive to me is how this Saints offense has kind of become the nemesis for this Panthers defense. This Panthers defense is a really good defense, except for when they play the Saints. And I think the Saints' ability to run the ball on this good front seven, I think spoke volumes, because when you get to the playoffs, if you can run the ball, it doesn't matter if you're home or away, you're going to be able to control some games. And the other number that sticks out to me is third downs weren't perfect, but it's an improvement based on what we've seen recently, and it really affected them last week against the Rams.
And just what I really like to see is the fact that you got in the red zone 5 times, excuse me. You converted 3. You'd love to see maybe even 4 out of 5. But the fact you were in there 5 times tells you you were getting the ball down the field a lot. And then you look at the time of possession, and that can tell you why 7 minutes more.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a pretty good job when they got in the red zone. We know the 2 stalls that they had. That's something that they want to clean up. But if you could go 4 for 5 in the red zone, I think that's outstanding. And, you know, if I'm going to be a harp, it's, hey, look, get those penalties under, 5 for 50 or 5 for 40 as far as penalties are concerned. But when you talk about the balance, as far as particularly offense, to rush it for 148 and then to come back and have 250 against that defense, I mean, you're at 400 clip against that defense. That's pretty strong.
Absolutely, especially when we looked at their numbers this morning and how they were keeping other teams so low in the yardage, yet you get right at 400 there in the big win. Some of those little things that may sound like nitpicking, but you know what? This is a stretch run. Everything's a nitpick you have to kind of clean up, especially with a quick week. You get ready to go against the Falcons, another team in the NFC South. And let's look at a couple of other things that stood out that you'd love to certainly focus on and clean up. And first of all, we showed this earlier. We had a chance to really put this game away early, but this is one of those missed opportunities, the fumble on the pass that was good for 11 yards.
Yeah, that's the peanut punch. That's what Adams comes in and does. Charles Tillman was famous for this, making this play, and he's just got to squeeze it. I mean, he sees him there. You just don't, it's rare that you have a player that comes in and punches the ball, and that's what he did. And then here, Lutz just pushes his kick. I'm unsure if the laces were actually faced into him. A couple of the kicks that he's had, the laces have been faced in, and he's able to make them, but that one, he just pushed.
And we've gotten spoiled because he has been so good. It's been a rarity to see him miss like that. And you see Sean Payton asking what happened. He tells Thomas Moore, said, hey, let's go. And he certainly did. We saw him come back and make that 31-yarder. And then, Scott, this is one of those where you just start questioning, do you get out of your rhythm, or can you just not help yourself? This is 2nd and 1 in the 4th quarter. You have a lead. You'd like to work some clock, but 2nd and 1, instead of running it, he goes back in the pass and winds up being a sack.
Yeah, I think with the way they've been running the ball, you would think 2nd and 1, just move the chains and try to run some clock. But right here, Coach Payton's trying to keep his foot on the gas, trying to get a big shot in the game, go downfield. Thinking the Panthers are thinking the same thing. Everyone's, thinking, hey, they're going to try to run the ball and get a first down. Just trying to be aggressive right there, but the Panthers made a nice play.
They certainly played enough and efficient offense to get it done, and the defense did its job by shutting down that Carolina offense. One of those involved A.J. Klein, who had 5 tackles, also had a sack for 13 yards, and Mike Neighbors caught up with him after the ball game.
All right, guys, I appreciate joining me, the former Panther, now current Saint, linebacker A.J. Klein. You've been a Saint for a while, but getting a win like this over your old team, what are the emotions that go through your mind?
Well, first off, it was a great win for us as a team, and obviously coming back after a tough loss last week and starting to build momentum and making this December push. This is a vital game for us to get where we want to be.
You made some big plays in this game. Talk about your sack at Cam Newton. You had a free lane there, and I know you got pretty emotional after that one.
No, that was good. I mean, anytime I can come up with a big play to help this team win, obviously big 3rd down stop. So obviously it's an emotional game. I like to get excited and celebrate with my teammates. So luckily came through untouched.
Talk about the importance of this game now moving forward. You got a short week. You got to go to Atlanta. Winning this game would give this team a lot of momentum, I would think.
Yeah, a lot of momentum, but most importantly, like you said, short week. We got to get healthy. Take a look at the tape tomorrow from this game, put it to rest, and move right on to Atlanta. This short week, we have to really get a lot of work done in a short amount of time, so it's going to be a challenge. And obviously, we know Atlanta's a very competitive team, and Matt Ryan, I mean, they're still they went to the Super Bowl last year, so they still have a lot of the same pieces on that offense and on that defense too. So it's going to be a hard game for us next week.
AJ, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Panther A.J. Klein. Mike Neighbors, back to you guys.
Mike, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and some more reaction from the Dome in just a minute. But as we always do with each and every home game, we take you behind enemy lines. And remember, it was not all that long ago when Carolina had another disappointing performance, and Cam Newton took forever to get into the interview room. Our Eric Ritchie was sitting there waiting. Everybody else kind of bailed out. He went all of about 90 seconds, got on the podium, and he left. Well, today, they had a chance to have a second meal at the Dome, went out and played a little touch football. It was over an hour before Cam Newton arrived. Now, to his credit, He did stay for about 5 minutes. That's when you kind of get sulky. That's the other side of the Carolina Panthers we talked about when they get a little disappointed. But our Eric Ritchie, to his credit, stuck it out to the end because he's bringing you a report behind enemy lines.
Several targets on our wish list behind enemy lines included a pair of former LSU players. There were a couple of Panthers defensive players. We wanted to get their impressions of what they saw from the Saints offense. Also, Christian McCaffrey wanted to see what he thought about fellow rookie running back Alvin Kamara. But when you talk about the Panthers, and we know from experience, it all starts with Cam Newton. Last season, it took him 58 minutes to make the post-game podium. Would he break that record this season? So as soon as the game was over, we started the stopwatch. It was 6:26 when this one was over, so we knew we had plenty of time for Cam. So first up, Ron Rivera, the Panthers head coach, spoke just 8 minutes after the game was over.
They scheme very well. They do some really good things with what Coach Payton calls. And right now they're real difficult to defend because of all the other weapons they have.
Next up, it was time to go inside the Panthers locker room, talk to the players, especially about their impressions of the Saints offense and Alvin Kamara.
He's a good player, and we knew that going into the game. He's good for a reason. He's good inside. He's good catching the ball. He's hard to tackle, and him and Mark are a good pair back there.
What did you see from Alvin today?
He's a heck of a player. You know, he did exactly what he can do, and he can run, he can catch, and make plays.
What did you think overall about the Saints offense today?
I thought they made some plays. I thought they capitalized on the mistakes that we did make, so you give them credit. But at the end of the day, again, I felt like we didn't give ourselves a chance to win with some of the mistakes that we made by not executing the defense and not playing fundamentally sound.
What did you see up front with the Saints defense, particularly tonight?
Definitely a good front. We had some opportunities. I think we missed them, and they took advantage of that and they capitalized when they needed to. And again, we had to get back to the drawing board and find a way to pull out this game.
Where are they better at, Russell?
They just seem to not give up as many big plays as they've had in the past. They're doing a better job of just being more aggressive, more efficient, and just playing better ball on that side.
Now the waiting game. Player interviews are wrapped up 40 minutes after the game. At 45 minutes, the Panther locker room, for the most part, is emptied out as players make the long walk across the Superdome floor to the team buses. The waiting game for Cam is now in full effect. 50 minutes. Reporters still waiting. His 58-minute record from last season? Still no Cam. 1 hour and 1 minute after this game ended, Cam Newton was ready to talk to the media.
That's a good team. It's a good team, and if everything plans out right, we may see that team again. So, we just have to, move forward, be optimistic of our opportunities, knowing that, the world just doesn't stop because the Panthers lost today. We have to learn from this. We will learn from this, and we will be better and prepare for, Minnesota.
So Cam relatively complimentary of the Saints after this one. Last season, he spoke for just 90 seconds. Tonight, a full 5 minutes, which he continued to emphasize that the Panthers did not play complimentary football on all three phases. That will do it behind enemy lines at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. I'm Eric Ritchie for Saints Tonight.
Eric, I love it. Got the clock on Cam. Thanks so much. Almost a yard per minute delayed for that press. He had 51 yards rushing, 61 yards it took him to get from the locker room there to the media room. Eric, thanks so much, as always, behind enemy lines. Back to the Saints locker room now. And Mark Ingram actually had the most targets and receptions today for receiving. 7 targets, 6 receptions for 37 yards. But it was Michael Thomas, 9 targets, 5 catches. He led it in terms of total yards, 70 yards, and also a touchdown. Once again, we see Thomas just being Mr. Steady in terms of the receiving corps.
Yeah, and one thing that you saw was a lot of Carolina, they're sitting on routes. They're starting to, teams are starting to sit on routes, and, they're not expecting him to go deep. And so I was glad to see the Saints kind of run that stutter go move with him because the corner was sitting about 7 to 8 yards. He has a slant route that he loves to run, and he's so successful. And then he has that little 7 to 8 yard curl route. But once you get it in his hands, he can make plays, and he's starting to make plays for this team, consistently.
There were 4 receivers that had their longest catch at least of 21 yards. The longest of all of those was Thomas. He caught his long one for 32, and afterwards Mike Neighbors had a chance to catch up with him.
All right, guys, Michael Thomas joins us here in the Saints locker room. Just talk about the touchdown. You've gotten a lot of yards this year, but you haven't gotten in the end zone much. Just talk about how good it felt to get in the end zone.
It was great, to put points on the board for my team, to, put points on the board early. When we get down there, that's the key, and my number was called, the play was called, and I had to make a play, and that's what I did.
The way your running backs are running with football, Ingram and Kamara, how does that affect the receiving core? It has to be positive for you guys.
It's a blessing. We have a lot of compliments on that side of the ball. And those guys are real talented, and we appreciate playing with them.
Willie Snead's still working his way back. Brandon Cooks isn't here anymore. You've kind of had to reinvent yourself with other receivers. How hard has that been for you this year?
That hasn't been very hard. We won't ever make an excuse on that. We have a lot of talent in that room. We have guys that get the job done. Ultimately, we have 2 great position coaches that prepare us during the week and that are on us and working us like we're all the same player and just enhancing our skills. So, you know, it's a business in the NFL. People leave and new guys come in, and that's just how it works. And but I'm happy with the guys we have, and I love playing with those guys.
Final question. You guys get your 9th win. You clinch a winning season for the first time in 4 years. You were a part of a 7-9 season a year ago, but I get the feeling you guys aren't done. You have a lot of goals ahead of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to keep it going one at a time and keep stacking these wins and get back on another win streak. But ultimately, this was the goal. This has always been the goal. This has always been the franchise's goal: win games here, take advantage of these guys we have, these talent we have on this offense, Drew Brees, and we have all the tools, so why not execute and prove it.
Appreciate your time. Michael Thomas here in the Saints locker room. Back to you guys.
Mike, thanks. When we come back, Mike sits down as he always does and talks to Saints quarterback Drew Brees, who had another very efficient day helping the Saints get to their 9th win of the season. That's next as we roll on here with Saints Tonight. As Deuce mentioned earlier, you take the 248 yards at the Saints, or 228 yards that they have at the rushing, and you combine it with Drew's 269 passing yards. You can see how balanced and efficient the offense was. But now we could really see the importance of Drew Brees and his leadership role. We know that he is the leader of the squad and has been for his time here in New Orleans. But Scott, I want to turn to you when I ask you this, because Deuce didn't have these experiences. You did the Thursday night football games and the turnaround, the importance of being able to lead a team on this short week. It's still in the South. You got to go from a big game against Carolina to your hated rival in Atlanta. They played at home. You played, and now you have to get on. You played a late game, by the way, the late afternoon game, and then you still have to travel. Your reflections and remembrance with Thursday night games.
Thursday, they're extremely difficult. They're extremely difficult. They're difficult on both teams. I mean, to have that short amount of rest, when you're young, you can recover a little bit faster. So it usually takes a toll on a team that has more veteran players because it takes longer to recover in between games. But the one thing I can't understand is these Thursday night games. There's a huge advantage to being the home team, and the Saints just seem like they never get these Thursday games at home. And so you got to get on a plane. You have to fly to another city. You are cramming a whole week into about 2 days of preparation and jumping on a plane and flying. It's extremely difficult. I remember my body being really sore in warm-ups. Even after you get warmed up, you feel like you need to do another warm-up, and it's extremely difficult. And that's why you see some of the injuries on Thursday nights.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that, I know, on Saints Game Day when we get you ready for that Thursday night game. But it's nice to know you've got a leader with some experience to get you through some of those bumps and bruises and the short calendar. And that, of course, is your team leader at quarterback. And as he always does after the game, Drew Brees sat down to talk to our Saints insider, Mike Neighbors.
All right, guys, Saints taking control in the NFC South. We appreciate Drew Brees joining us. How big was this game moving forward for you guys?
Well, listen, every win is a big win, but anytime it's a divisional opponent, and especially one that you know is had the same record as us, you know, at the top of the NFC South, that's a significant win. But listen, we knew that this stretch, you know, towards the end of the season, was a lot of divisional opponents, you know, a lot of teams that are, you know, in the playoff hunt. You know, obviously that's the ultimate goal. But you know, at the end of the day, you've got to narrow your focus and just focus on one game at a time. And there's still a lot of football left to be played, and we're still striving to find our best game. You know, I still don't think we've found it yet. And so we played complementary football today. You know, offensively, defensively, made some plays. Special teams made some huge plays. So all in all, you'd say, you know, man, we came together as a team and had a big win today. But still feel like there's opportunities out there to be had.
But you guys really set the tone on your first drive, going for it and getting the touchdown. You could have settled for a field goal, but going for it and getting the touchdown.
Yeah, that was aggressive. I love Coach Payton's call and just his, you know, mentality when it comes to that kind of thing. Obviously, that kind of, you know, got the crowd, you know, rolling a little bit, and then you know, Mark's big run as well, and you know, there's a couple kind of defining plays in that first half, and then obviously on into the second half that really set the tone.
Okay, it's a broken record, but I got to talk about him. Every week it's Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara seems like every week he does something we haven't seen the week before. How impressed are you by week after week? He's not hitting the rookie wall. He's just getting better.
Yeah, you know, obviously, I think he's a real prideful guy, you know, in his performance and in his preparation. And, you know, I think he's got guys around him to keep him humble, you know. I mean, he's got a great room there, a great coach. But a guy like Mark Ingram, too, who, you know, both those guys, just the dynamics between the two of them and the way that they perform together and push each other and compete and also support one another is pretty awesome. And obviously two very productive guys, you know, two guys that have, you know, really kind of set the tone for us, you know, offensively. And but Alvin specifically, you know, you feel like you can open up the playbook and call whatever you want with him in there. And obviously anytime you can get him the ball in space, you know, good things happen.
We were in Los Angeles last week, and we talked about, you know, practice maybe not being where you want it, where Coach Payton wanted it to be. And I know the offense had some numbers the last couple of weeks you didn't like, but it seemed like everything came together in this game. What was the difference in this game, rebounding from those last two?
Well, I mean, obviously, you always talk about the preparation during the week and how that gets you in the right frame of mind to come out and play well on Sunday. I felt like we did that. But also, you know, you just listen. You're gonna have those bad days, and I think the key is that you come back and make the corrections that need to be made. You know, and understand what got you beat and prevent that from happening again. You know, and that's what we did from that Ram game. And understand we have to be a lot better. And listen, I'm sitting here telling you right now after a win, we have to be a lot better. You know, if we want to accomplish what we set out to accomplish, we have to continue to strive to be better and have a hunger for that.
All right, I know how competitive you are, but in that quarterback room, it has to be an interesting dynamic with Taysom Hill. He's out there playing special teams. I know you'll never play special teams. When's the last time you played special teams, and how impressed were you by a quarterback playing special teams in this game?
Freshman B team in high school. I was a personal protector on punt. Yeah. So protecting the punter, taking on those A-gap rushers, you know, making some clothesline tackles on the side.
How'd that go?
Well, I mean, you know, it went. It went for freshman B team. And I think once I got to JV and varsity, they realized that was probably not the best fit for me. But listen, the more you can do, right? The more you can do. And if the team needs you to step up and do something, man, step up and do it. And they came to Taysom this week, and he was like, hey, I've never done it, but I'm all for it. And the guy was a rock star, man. I'm so happy for him, so proud of him.
Final question, a crucial stretch with this game and the next one, the quick turnaround to play Atlanta on the road. How much momentum does this game give you guys going into that short week now?
Well, it gives us momentum, but, man, it's a quick turnaround, you know? So it's, hey, let's just digest this, watch the film, and move on, you know? And listen, Atlanta's a great team, and they've played really well down the stretch here, and we know the type of game this is going to be, you know, especially short week. So, you know, we got to have our best performance ready.
Appreciate your time. See you in Atlanta.
All right, thank you.
Drew Brees, former special teams B-teamer back in Austin, Texas. Moving up the charts, though, passing Peyton Manning, second all-time in completions in NFL history today against Carolina. Back to you guys in the studio.
Mike, as always, thanks for all of your work. On the final day of this calendar year, will be the final day of the regular season. The Saints will face that team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were in Green Bay taking on the Packers. Highlights coming up as we wrap up on CST. Saints will close out the regular season against Tampa Bay on December 31st. The Bucs and Jameis Winston back under center in Green Bay against the Packers. First quarter, Winston to Cameron Brate, 28 yards on the touchdown, and the Buccaneers on the road have a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Packers are now on top 10-7, and Green Bay's defense gets into the scoring party. Winston fumbles. Dean Lowry, the defensive end, plucks the ball out of the air. Look at him go! Look at the wheels! 62 yards, and the Packers are up 17-7. Fourth quarter, 17-13 Packers. Winston to Brate once again. This is good for 11 yards in between three Green Bay defenders, and it's 2017 Buccaneers. The game was tied at 20. We'd go to overtime, and that's when Aaron Jones, we're going to bounce it to the outside away from the pack and gets in 20 yards. It was his only carry of the day, and it's the one that ended the game in overtime. The Packers win it 26-20. As for the Saints' next opponent, the Atlanta Falcons. They will play Thursday night, and they were at home this afternoon against the Minnesota Vikings. Case Keenum, Jerick McKinnon, 2 yards. He does a little dirty bird in Atlanta. Talk about getting everybody all riled up. 7-3 Vikings. Let's go to the fourth quarter. It's 9-7 Atlanta. Keenum to Kyle Rudolph. Back of the end zone, 6 yards. It's 14-9 Minnesota, but there's still time on the clock. Just over 5 minutes to play. Matt Bryant from 45 yards, and it is no. Pushes it to the left. Couldn't cut the lead, the deficit rather, from 5 to 2. And then Minnesota runs out the clock, gets a huge first down here, and the Vikings go to 10-2. Atlanta falls to 7-5. 14-9 is the final. Minnesota gets the win. So here is a look at the NFC South up to the very second. The Saints back in first place, sole possession of first place. And remember, they have the season sweep over the Carolina Panthers should any sort of head-to-head come into play. As you see, the Saints are also the only undefeated team in the division. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have one side of their suitcases already packed for the offseason as they're at the bottom with 0-3. They still have 3 games left in the South, just like the Saints, and then there's Carolina and the Falcons. So, guys, as we look at the schedule, here's what's interesting. Atlanta, all remaining games for the Falcons are in the South. You see, they're 1-1. So they have 4 games left. All 4 are in the South. Carolina has 1 game left in the South. They're going to get out of the division for 3 weeks, and then they finish the season with the Falcons. Tampa Bay still has 3, and then you get to the Saints. 3 games left in the South. 2 of them against Atlanta. We talked about the importance of today's game, Deuce, this morning because that gives you the season sweep against Carolina. But for Saints fans who want to look at the big picture in the NFL and the way things look for clinching the division, this Thursday night game could really either help put, 75% of the lid on the South, or it could open everything wide open.
Well, if you don't take it this week, then it opens it up for everybody else, particularly for Atlanta, because they can still, win out when you're talking about the division. Then it opens the door back for Carolina. But, I mean, for the Saints, if they can find a way and figure out how to win on Thursday, then like you said, I mean, it takes care of itself, where now you're just playing basically for seeding because the division, it's pretty much locked up for you.
You talked about the toughness on Thursday night, but here you go against the Falcons, and I promise you we're going to talk more about it on Thursday game day. But the most important thing for the Saints now, after a big win against Carolina, knowing you've got to get on the plane Wednesday, play Thursday at Atlanta, the biggest thing for them from your experience is what?
Well, we talked about it. Both teams are going to be sore. Both teams are going to be banged up. Both teams play physical teams. The Panthers are a physical team. The Vikings, who the Falcons play today, are a physical team. But it just comes down to execution when you get to Thursday night. It comes down to not turning the ball over. But more than anything, the one thing about this Atlanta Falcons team we've been talking about a long time is they have an elite quarterback. They have an elite wide receiver. You have to be able to take, if you can take number 11, you can take Julio Jones out of that ball game, you give yourself a huge chance to win. This game this Thursday is for the division. If Saints can get this game, they're going to be NFC South champions because the rest of the schedule, I think, it'll turn out favorable for the Saints.
Can't make it any more clear than that. Quickly, Deuce, some insight. You didn't have Lattimore today. He was listed as questionable. We thought we might see him. Might we see a better chance of seeing him Thursday night against those elite players that Scott's talking about?
Yeah, well, we should get 3 starters back, and that's Lattimore, Armstead, and Marcus Williams against the Falcons. You were kind of playing, should we play them, should we not? I think they'll play.
We'll find out about it, and we'll get you all set for the game. Thursday, you see it right there on your screen. We will be back here, Scott and I, at the studio. Our Saints insider, Mike Neighbors, joins us from Atlanta. It's an afternoon Saints game day, getting you set for the Thursday night prime time. Then as soon as the game is over, we'll be right back here in the studio. Deuce will join Mike from Atlanta to give his thoughts on the game, and Mike gets all the reaction from the Saints locker room on Saints Tonight as we wrap it up on what is the game right now in the season, the Saints and the Falcons on Thursday night. We thank you for closing out your Saints game day with us. For our Saints insider, Mike Neighbors and Eric Ritchie, Scott Shanley, Deuce McAllister, I'm Victor Howell. We'll see you back here Thursday night on CST. Good night.